Hello, users, and welcome to
Resident Evil 4.
That was cool. You know that was cool. You know I'm cool as fuck. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm cool as fuck. Alright, so this is Resident Evil 4, and this is going to be the next game in the Cyber Monday extravaganza. Yeah, so if you followed me for any extended period of time, you'll know that I am the former best player in the world of this game. I'm just saying. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything. I mean, I do, but I'm not doing it for that purpose. I'm doing it to just state facts. And, I love facts, as well as logic. So, I have not played this game in, like, maybe 5 months or so. Doggy! Ruff, ruff! So I've not played this game in maybe 5 months or so, maybe longer, I don't know. It's honestly been a long-ass time. But I feel like the time to play the game is now. I feel like, this is, if I'm gonna play the game, now's the time. So I don't know how long this is gonna be. My PB is 90 minutes or so. So if this could be a 3-parter, it could be a 4-parter. I'm gonna say it'll probably be a 3-parter. I don't see this going to the 2-hour mark, though. If it does, it does. It happens. People can't always be good at video games. Sometimes they're good and then they're bad. You know what I mean? And that it's possible. Yeah. Drop something good? They dropped fucking nothing. What a prick. Yeah. Should have switched to that immediately. I'll grab the other grenade. I'm going out the long way because I forgot how to play this game. Yeah, I fucked this up. But that's okay. It happens. People always fuck things up when they haven't played in 6 months. You're supposed to end the village like ASAP, but of course this is not ASAP. That was, it wasn't ASAP, but it was SAP. It was relatively SAP, I would say. Yeah. So, this is Resident Evil 4 for the personal computer, Steam version. And this is a speedrun. I'm playing on easy difficulty. I'm trying to think of things to say about this game that do not involve speedrunners or speedrunning. But this game is one of my favorite games. Definitely something I remember playing this game for the first time at my babysitter's house. Because my babysitter had a kid that was like, maybe 4 or 5 years older than me. And so I would go over to the babysitter's house, and sometimes I would play PlayStation with the kid when they were home. And that was the first time I saw Resident Evil 4. They were playing it, and I walked in, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's that?" And then they were like, "That's Resident Evil 4." And then I was like, "Cool! Can I play?" And they're like, "No, I want to play." And then I was like, "Okay." And then I watched. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of fun. But yeah, so that was the first time I played this game, and then it was the PS2 version, because normally I don't shoot that guy, but I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played this game before. Also, somehow that fucker's still alive, even though they just literally blew up on my screen. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, then I petitioned my family to get me the game for Christmas that year. This may be a few months later. And then I played the absolute ever-loving fuck out of it on PlayStation 2. And, really, it's one of those... This is one of those games that when you play it, you're going to be playing it for the rest of your life in some capacity. Like, I'm going to be playing this game at least maybe 5 or 6 times a year just for the rest of my life. And that's just going to be how things work. And in the summer of 2016... I decided that I was going to try to get the world record in this game, mostly because the speedrunning community was really mean to me, and I found a lot of really cool strategies, and they basically said that new strategies were cheating because they didn't find them. So I was like, okay, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna get the record, and then I did, and then I stopped caring about this game because I played this game every day, I played this game at least 5 times a day, every single day, for like fucking 3 months straight. And fuck that shit, I can never do that again. That era has come and gone, and it will never come again. So, in case anyone was still wondering or had that latent kind of desire, I'm afraid that you're gonna be sorely mistaken. But yeah, so I you know, had a lot of fun. And I developed the strategies. I was the first person to implement the frame limit switching strategy, which saves like 2 to 3 minutes throughout the course of the speedrun, which is pretty fun. And, yeah. I don't know what the record is now. You know, I don't care about speedrunning or speedrunners, so I'm sure the record's like maybe like 125 or something now. I'm sure it's a lot better. When you jump over there, you're invulnerable, so you want to reload to time it, and then jump. I'm going to grab the health. Reload to time it, and then jump over the barrier when the explosion's going to happen. That way, you're invulnerable during the explosion. Well, I missed, but they missed too, so... Take a penny, leave a penny? Fucking shit. You want to try to get as many of these treasures as you can that are on the clear path, because you want to sell them to grab a rocket launcher, and rocket launchers are fun. But yeah, I mean, you know, that wasn't too bad. I'm honestly curious as to how this run's gonna go. Again, it's been the last time I played this game was before I moved, and I moved in August, and it's December. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. But only a minute behind. Really the big chunk of that is just fucking up the village scene. Which, you know, that's kind of like, it's not really like, it's one of those things where if you fuck up, then you lose a lot of time. A lot of mistakes in this game don't really cost too much time. But like it's a longer game, you know, like 90 minutes or so. So there's a lot of time to make like 10-second mistakes, 20-second mistakes, and they definitely do add up. If I were to guess, which I am going to guess, I'm going to say that this run is probably going to be a 146. That's going to be my guess. So if this run is better than a 146, awesome. If it's not, then oops. So we'll see. One thing I'll note is that when you go to use the menu, it's faster to go to the menu manually than to click on the thing and go through the actual prompts on, like, say, the door. It was faster to go to the menu and use the key item than it is to just click on the door and then say, do you want to use your key item? Just because, like, the way text scrolls. So I sold those 3 treasures and grabbed the rocket launcher. Hell yeah. There is a grenade up here that I want. Just kidding. I was trying to turn, and then, you know, that happens. One thing about this game's PC port is that it's kind of cobbled together. It does have 60 FPS, which is awesome, and when I first played this PC port with 60 FPS, it was super cool. But one of the... I'm gonna grab this. Just because I think I'm gonna fuck up, so I'm gonna get some backup items. Just in case. But yeah, the 60 FPS does have some problems with it. And also the PC port in general has some controller issues. I'm not using controller, I'm using keyboard and mouse, but it has problems with registering inputs. And so there's a lot of glitchy things, especially most notably during the Krauser fight, which anyone who's seen me play this game before back in the day knows about my feelings on the Krauser fight. But there's a lot of controls that just don't like work properly on PC, so it can be a little annoying. But I mean, for the most part, if you're casually playing the game, I mean, it works really well. One thing about 60 FPS to note is that through these QuickTime events, you need to actually click the buttons and mash them twice as good. because instead of being logical and, like, you know, having the necessary amount of inputs, it just doesn't, and the inputs are tied to the frame the frame rate. So if it's running at 30 FPS, you need to do half as many inputs on QuickTime events compared to if it's running at 60 FPS, which, you know, it's a little annoying. In some areas, you can actually just die, and there's really, like, you know, I mean, I want to say there's nothing you can do about it. Theoretically, you know, you can just not be shit. That's what you can do about it. But sometimes when you've been playing for like 6 hours straight doing speedruns, you know, sometimes it just happens. You're a little tired. You know, you're running out of energy. That kind of stuff. You want to get as many of the treasure items that are on the direct path. And I'm going to try to get some stuff that are slightly off the direct path, just for backup, you know? It's always good to have backup. Alright, so here is Mr. Fishy Fish, which is the most annoying fucking boss fight in the world. There's some RNG to it, and that some RNG can cost you like 30 seconds if the game decides to. So we'll see how it goes. You want to basically hit this guy with a harpoon. I forget how many times, but on each difficulty, the amount of times you have to do it is lower. And sometimes you get him to go into this phase where the music stops, and then you have to go like, ooh, ooh, and then you have to like figure out what's happening. Sometimes you don't, and then it just continues, and then you get more hits basically per second. You don't have to wait for his bitch ass. That being said, when he does do this, it is kind of easy to score some free hits. So it's slightly easier, but it costs more time. Perfect. That almost hit me, but I got the kill shot in. There we go. So I want to go over here, grab the flash grenade. I'll pop this open, see if I get something good. I'll grab them, sure. Alright, I mean, so far, this isn't too bad. There's some old clips of me fighting that fight, and there's some weird stuff that can happen when you play at 60 FPS in this game. Most notably, I've had it happen where I just get hit by nothing, where like the boat twists around and like basically just breaks, and like fucking Leon just like gets literally hit by nothing in the middle of the ocean, and it's a thing that happens. It occurs. I'm not a fan of it. It shouldn't happen, but hey, it does, you know? There's like a lot of glitches like that tied to the frame rate that don't happen often, but if they do happen, they happen. One thing about this game is there are a lot of glitches in it in general. There's a glitch in this area, but you can't do it at 60 FPS. Whoops. There's a lot of glitches that are exclusive to 30 FPS because just the way the frame rate works. Basically, when the frame rate is higher, the refresh rate, at least in this context, the chances for the game to say like, oh, you're on the ground is higher. Whereas if the frame rate is lower, basically you can kind of skip through and clip into the ground, essentially. And the game just doesn't have enough time to register if you're in the ground. So if you start moving before it registers it, you can just go through the floor. And you can do that right there, but only at 30 FPS. But it doesn't save that much time. Actually, I shouldn't have switched over. I'm gonna grab that. Oh, you fucking asshole. Oh, you cocksucker. Like I said, I want to grab some stuff that's on the path, just in case. I don't... You know, that's probably maybe one of the only things I'll need to grab that's not necessarily in my route. And it really the only reason you don't want to grab it is because you can get through there without getting hit. But when you take that shot and waste the time, it's harder to do that. So, but it is, you know, it's on the path. Alright. Woo! Coming up is the first major boss, which is why I've got the rocket launcher out. Fun fact, when you walk with the rocket launcher, anytime Leon is doing this animation, where like he's got his arms to his side, basically that's a certain speed that you're going to run at. So with the rocket launcher on your back, you run at the same speed as if you had nothing at all, just because it makes Leon do that animation. Whereas if you run with a gun in your hand, you run slightly slower. So for the speed run, basically we want to try to make, if we're going to do, like, the speed run is kind of based on when you want to go into your inventory. So I wanted to choose the rocket launcher as soon as I possibly could, because that was, like, say, the next weapon I was going to use. But I switched back to the pistol there, just because I wanted the free thing. Boggies! So, like, basically, if the next thing I'm going to use is the rocket launcher, I want to switch to that rocket launcher as soon as possible, just so I can spend as much time with the slight speed bonus. And it is very slight. It's one of those things that only saves, like, maybe 1 or 2 seconds, but hey, you know, it's 1 or 2 seconds you can save, and why the fuck not, you know what I mean? And the grenade works the same way. So when you're running with the grenade, it does that animation. I believe it's 2, 3, 1. Am I correct? I am correct. My memory. I've got the memory like an elephant. Woo! Incendiary grenades are going to be useful for the next major boss, which actually, when you play at 60 FPS, is faster because the fire does more. It does damage tied to the frame rate. So when you use an incendiary grenade, it'll basically do double the damage that it would otherwise. You don't need to catch Ashley here because when you trigger the cutscene, she's just there. So yeah. And again, I don't have my weapon out because I don't need my weapon out. Also, fun fact, this is the only time in the game where the HUD at the bottom right goes away. I don't know why they do that there. They really don't need to. It's really strange, but the HUD just disappears. So they programmed in that whole feature and only used it once. A little fun fact trivia there for you. Yeah.
Welcome.
Do I normally talk to this guy? I don't know.
Some red. What are you selling? What are you buying?
I guess so.
Come back anytime.
Alrighty. I don't know if I normally talk to that guy, but I had the extra stuff, so I might as well get the rocket launcher now. I guess. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this game. But yeah, the speedrun for this game is super technical, and that's what I like about it. Also, I fucked that up. Like, the routing is, like, timed based on, like... Another fun thing is the inventory in this game. Like, a lot of the speedrunning routing for this game is based on the inventory. Like, you want to get items in certain orders so that they, like, align themselves in certain ways in the inventory, so you spend less time in the inventory managing those items. Stuff like that. Super important. Ashley might get stuck. God damn it. This area is just RNG. That Ganado underneath the ladder can do like 3 or 4 different things, and really only one of them will make it so that they get, so pointing and Ashley can come follow me. Doing like anything except for what they did, and Ashley will just follow me without any problems, but I got unlucky there. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Terrible RNG? But the game has a hefty amount of RNG, but there's not that much in it. It's not super annoying, it's just pretty fucking annoying, you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean, so as long as you know what I mean, then the message is getting across. Use this. I don't remember exactly the strategy I'm supposed to use here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I definitely fucked up whatever strategy I was supposed to be doing. But that's okay. It happens. We all make mistakes. Basically, you want to try to organize these fuckers into very specific locations so that you can kill as many as possible with each grenade toss. I definitely did not do that efficiently, that's for sure. This guy's gonna hit me. Or not, even with that mistaken gunshot. There can only be 2 of those last Plagas enemies at once on screen, so keep that in mind. Should end it any second now. One thing I would like to talk about is difficulty adjustment. Basically, depending on how well you do at any given time, the game can be just harder or easier. So if you get hit, the difficulty will have like a slight downtick. If you don't get hit for an extended period of time and you kill a bunch of enemies, the difficulty will go up. So the reason I play on easy mode is because easy mode actually walls off some areas and thus makes the game, you want to go to the right path here, makes the game shorter. Just in general areas to go, and then also it starts the game at a lower difficulty rating than normal or professional. Normal starts the game at a normal difficulty rating. Easy starts the game basically at the lowest difficulty rating. But you can, if you play really well, raise the difficulty rating. And if you play on professional, it's locked to the highest difficulty rating, and that's kind of how that works. So you could, if you're really good and you like the game without taking a single hit or something, you can basically, if you play on normal, you can basically get to the game to the point where it's like professional, but not professional, and not vice versa. And playing on easy mode starts the game at the lowest difficulty, but in a speedrun, typically you don't get hit that much. At least you shouldn't if you're good. But you know, it is possible you can take a few hits, you know, on accident. But there are points in the game where I'm going to take intentional damage just to make sure that the difficulty stays lower, just so that it means that the bosses are easier and stuff like that. Like, for example, the final boss, I want to make sure I enter the final boss with a very low difficulty rating. Because if I don't, then the final boss does not die in one shot with a rocket launcher, and if I do, then the boss does die in one shot, and that skips a cutscene. So fun stuff like that. I like games with like dynamic difficulty. I think that's pretty cool. This part's pretty fun.
Wait.
Hell yeah. I'm horny. Anyway, so now that that section's done, that was our one time to have fun, and now it's over. So the rest of the game is going to be a chore. It's going to be painful. It's going to be upsetting. I'm actually upset right now as I speak. I don't know why I'm upset. I'm just mad as hell. So it's just how it works. You only want the TMP ammo there because we're gonna sell the pistol and the shotgun in just a minute here. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to the incendiary grenade, which is what I should have done sooner, but I forgot because I'm a dumb motherfucker. So it happens. And if I remember correctly, I'll be able to kill this boss in 3, maybe 4 grenades. But again, that all depends on whether or not I'm a dumb motherfucker. Which, honestly... yeah. Apparently I'm a dumb motherfucker. Either I'm a dumb motherfucker or that's something that I've never seen before. Which, I've never seen that before, and I don't know if that's because I'm a dumb motherfucker or if I just got super unlucky. I really honestly can't tell. Yeah? It's time to murder the big cheese. Which, I am a fan of cheese, to be honest. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You know what? That was stupid bullshit. That was really stupid bullshit. Dumb motherfucker. Die already? Why are you still alive? Needless to say, I did not do this well. Are you kidding? This game sucks. I really don't know what happened. I'm not gonna joke around. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Like, literally, I have no fucking clue what's happening. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know what is happening. I don't know how it's happening. I don't know anything. Like, literally, I'm a dumb motherfucker. I think I did this out of order. Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this out of order. That was really stupid, by the way. I went to dodge, but then the dodge prompt went away, and then I just fired the weapon, which is stupid as fuck. Really, really dumb. Really, really dumb, but hey. Alright, I think I remember what I'm supposed to be doing now. I think. Let's see. Do I remember what I'm doing? Let's find out. I think I'm supposed to do this one first, and then that triggers that. Yeah. Right, okay. I did that out of order because I'm a stupid asshole. There you go. That's what's supposed to happen, and that's how it's supposed to happen. If you're not dumb as a fucking sack of shit, then... Which, clearly, of course. Duh. Like, I am dumb as a sack of shit, but hypothetically, if you were not dumb as a sack of shit, you would do that the first time. You want to make sure that the explosion of the fire, the incendiary grenade, like the fire hits him and then does damage, and then the explosion of the fire happening blows up the barrel next to him, and that deals the final blow. I was doing that early, and that's why I fucked up. I was doing it on the first phase because I'm a stupid asshole. But hey, whatever. It happens. We all make mistakes, except I rarely make. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm perfect. Right, I'm just performing right now. This is just a performance. Like, I could beat the game in like an hour and 20 minutes if I wanted to. Like just right now, I could just do it right now. But I'm just showing you what it would be like if I were incapable. I'm just doing this for fun. It's supposed to be like a fun, it's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's exciting. It's, I'm just having a good time. So I want to switch to my pistol there and then use the item again. You want to go to the menu to use your items, and if you're going to go to the menu and you need the pistol, you might as well equip it there. Like I said, I like the way the routing in this game works. It's just super cool.
Wait.
I don't remember exactly where the safe grass is. So I'm going to go back here. Okay. Alright, so we are going to the castle. Dang, I lost a lot of time there. God, that's cringe. I'm cringe. Alright. Grab that just to grab it. This is normally where I'd buy the rocket launcher. But I bought it soon because I'm a fucking idiot. But hey, whatever.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't fucking combine the yellow herb.
I'm back any time.
Come on, let me talk to you again. Come on, buddy.
What are you selling? Ah.
If you combine all the herbs, you can sell them for a high price. Alright, so now I'm going to get the semi-auto rifle. And the TMP. I should have just ran without a weapon for a bit, but I'm a stupid asshole, so you know what happens. Make sure the camera's looking good. I'm going to do this chapter, and then this is going to be the end of the video, I think. Probably a good break point. Maybe a better break point would have been in between the actual areas, but hey, whatever. Okay, so I only need to shoot that guy. I'm going to be able to do the rest of this as long as I play this well, which, you know, big if. Am I right? As long as I play this well, I should be able to do this without any worries. And then when I actually do the objective, all the enemies will despawn. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to leave Ashley right there. That way they go to capture Ashley, and that's the decoy. And then, when this is all the way up, I'll click activate on the cannon, and then they'll all disappear. So it's pretty cool. So check that out. Ashley's like, help me, I'm gonna die! And then I do that. Boom, they all blow up. Except then everyone just literally turns into dust, and they're all gone. So, cool strategy. Hopefully you learned a lot. Because I didn't learn anything. I'm gonna be honest. I literally, like, I already knew that. So obviously I couldn't learn it if I already knew it, but, you know. You know what's up. You know what it is. So what I'm going to do is I activated them and stuff, and now I'm going to unload the level, and then they're all like, oh, what just happened? And then I open the door, and then I can just run up there, and then end the area without worrying about anything. And because this is easy mode, like I said, some areas are locked off. So this area is locked off. I don't need the key. And I can just go in here. Alrighty. So coming up is the water room very shortly. Gotta do this fucking fucker first, though. I love that sound effect, it's so good. So right here, what I'm gonna try to do, and by try I mean I just did it the slightly longer way, is, you know, just use the key and then activate the rifle. I hope I can get this first try. Fuck that up. Whatever. The slow way is better than dying like a dumb motherfucker, so I'll take the slow way.
Follow me.
One thing I love about some of the reload animations is they look like fucking garbage at 60 because they look like they're running at 30. It's really strange. And like it skips frames. I don't know if you noticed that there, but the rifle reload just looks like complete shit. Right here you can just run through. So the water room has a very specific strategy to it, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, so let's see how this goes. So I want to kill those guys because they're fucking annoying. If that guy points, you can just run past them. If this guy points, and if I run without bumping into anything, alright, we're good. See, this is actually going pretty well. Alright. Don't want to speak too soon. Tell her to wait right there. Grab the herb, get the shotgun shells.
Follow me.
There's a grenade here that I want to grab. Pop this guy. Pop that guy too if he's there. Pop that guy. You want to tell Ashley to do it? Just kidding. Ashley's actually faster at 60 FPS. I might actually have to do shit strats here. No, we're good. Wonderful. Alright, cool. And then what we can do here is we can do a checkpoint reset.
Look, there's a crank over there.
So when Ashley does that, she's like, "Look, there's a crank over there." And the game's like, "Okay, you've done enough." And then it lets you, you know, gives you a checkpoint. And when you get the checkpoint, when you reset the checkpoint, it despawns all the enemies behind you. So, easy mode. And then you do this. I'm actually surprised I did that first try. It was a little sloppy, but I mean, Jesus Christ, I didn't really, like, Ashley did not get hit, and that's really the gold standard. Alright. Now I'm going to go in here and grab the first aid spray. I don't remember the exact way to do all this stuff, so normally I would go down there and grab things, but I don't remember what the safe things are. Pretty sure. Hey! Holy shit! That was horrifying. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Hey, I'll take TMP ammo. I like that guy on the left just being an idiot. Alright, so I should be good to go to just wait. Yeah, normally I would go down there in this moment, but I'll just wait here because I wasted a little bit of time being an idiot. Alright, so hopefully you've enjoyed part 1. Part 2 will be coming up tomorrow. And I don't know how, again, this will probably be a 3-parter going by the pace that's happening. Like, I really can't see myself losing another 20 minutes on top of this. It just seems unlikely. Alright, so now we are definitely firmly in the castle, and I will see you tomorrow. In fact, actually, no, I lied. You will see me tomorrow.